Picture this, a quiet morning, the sun gently kissing your face, no interruptions, no compromises, just peace. This is a life where your soul breathes freely, untangled from the demands of relationships and embraced by the beauty of solitude. But is living alone really better for your soul than being in a relationship? The answer might surprise you, and it might just change the way you see your golden years forever. Stay with me, because in the next few minutes, we're diving into why solitude isn't loneliness, how living alone can unlock your true self, and why this choice might be the ultimate gift you give to yourself. And trust me, by the end, you'll see living alone in a completely different light. Let's get started. Segment 1. The joy of true independence. Imagine waking up in the morning with no one tugging at your time, no demands, no compromises. The freedom to simply be, to live your day on your terms, is a gift that comes with choosing to live alone in your golden years. Let's be honest. Most of our lives are spent balancing responsibilities, work, family, friendships, and relationships. While these aspects of life bring us joy, they also come with obligations. Living alone, however, gives you the opportunity to taste true independence. For the first time in decades, you get to answer just to yourself. What does this independence look like? It's eating what you want for dinner, whether it's a perfectly crafted meal or a bowl of cereal. It's having a nap in the middle of the afternoon without someone asking why. It's choosing to stay in and read a book or go out for a spontaneous adventure simply because you feel like it. True independence empowers you to make decisions that are fully aligned with your desires. And guess what? That's not selfish. It's self-care. In fact, independence nourishes your soul by helping you reconnect with your own needs. Living alone also sharpens your problem-solving skills. Whether it's fixing a leaky faucet or figuring out how to entertain yourself on a rainy day, you grow more confident in your ability to handle life's challenges. This sense of empowerment spills over into every part of your life, giving you a newfound appreciation for your own resourcefulness. But perhaps the most overlooked joy of living alone is the beauty of a quiet, uninterrupted routine. Mornings start with your favorite music, evenings end with your favorite show, and every moment in between is yours to savor. Want to paint at 2 a.m.? Go ahead. Feel like dancing in your kitchen to an old tune. There's no one there to judge you. This kind of freedom to simply exist without outside expectations is liberating. It opens the door to living a more mindful, peaceful, and joyful life. And here's the thing. Independence isn't about rejecting relationships or shutting people out. It's about giving yourself the space to fully embrace your individuality. It's about stepping into a season of life where you prioritize your own happiness on your own terms. In your golden years, true independence isn't just a luxury, it's a necessity. It's your chance to live fully, authentically, and unapologetically as yourself. So ask yourself this: what would your life look like if you stopped compromising and started prioritizing you? Segment 2. Solitude versus loneliness. When most people hear the words living alone, their minds often jump to loneliness. But here's the truth. There's a world of difference between solitude and loneliness, and understanding that difference is the key to thriving in your golden years. Loneliness is a painful feeling of being disconnected, even when you're surrounded by people. It's the ache of feeling unseen, unheard, or misunderstood. On the other hand, solitude is a conscious choice. It's the act of creating space for yourself, a time to reconnect with your inner world. Think about it. When was the last time you gave yourself permission to simply sit in silence, to reflect, dream, or just be without distractions? Solitude allows you to do that. It's not about isolating yourself. It's about creating an environment where your soul can breathe. One of the biggest misconceptions is that being alone means being lonely. But many people find that they feel less lonely living alone than they did in unhappy relationships or surrounded by people who didn't understand them. Why? Because solitude helps you build a relationship with yourself. When you live alone, you're not avoiding connection, you're deepening it. You begin to truly hear your own thoughts and understand your emotions. You become your own best friend, your own source of comfort and strength. This doesn't mean the transition is always easy. If you're new to living alone, the quiet can feel unsettling at first. But over time, that quiet becomes a refuge. It's in those moments of solitude that you discover who you really are, beyond the roles you've played for others. And here's the best part. Solitude gives you the power to choose when and how you connect with others. You're no longer obligated to attend gatherings or maintain relationships that drain your energy. Instead, you can invest your time in meaningful connections that uplift you. Solitude also opens the door to mindfulness. Without the constant buzz of conversations or obligations, you can fully immerse yourself in the present moment, whether it's savoring a cup of tea, enjoying the warmth of the sun on your skin, or listening to the sound of rain. These small moments become sacred. So if you've been worried that living alone might feel lonely, let me reassure you. Solitude is not something to fear. It's a gift you give to yourself, a chance to find peace, clarity, and a deeper sense of connection with the person who matters most, you. Segment 3. Rediscovering Your Passions. When was the last time you did something purely because it brought you joy? Not because you had to, not because someone else needed you to, but because it lit a spark in your soul. Living alone gives you the time and space to rediscover or even reinvent your passions. Think about all those dreams you tucked away over the years. Maybe you used to write poetry, knit beautiful scarves, or take long walks with a camera in hand. Or perhaps you've always wanted to try something new, learning to bake, mastering a musical instrument, or traveling solo to places you've only seen in magazines. Living alone is the perfect opportunity to dust off those dreams and make them a reality. Without the constant demands of a relationship or family life, you finally have the freedom to focus on what makes you happy. Rediscovering your passions isn't just about passing the time. It's about reigniting your zest for life. Hobbies and creative pursuits bring meaning to your days and give you something to look forward to. They engage your mind, challenge your skills, and bring a sense of accomplishment that feels deeply rewarding. But here's the best part. Pursuing your passions can also lead to new connections. Maybe you join a local art class, a book club, or a gardening group. These shared interests create opportunities to meet like-minded people who inspire and support you. And let's not forget the health benefits. Studies show that engaging in hobbies and creative activities can reduce stress, improve cognitive function, and even boost your immune system. Whether it's dancing, woodworking, or simply journaling your thoughts, these activities are not just good for your soul, they're good for your overall well-being. If you're not sure where to start, think back to what made you happy as a child. Did you love painting? Building things with your hands? Exploring nature? Those childhood joys often hold clues to the passions that can bring you happiness now. Living alone gives you the space to experiment, try new things, make mistakes, and have fun without worrying about anyone else's opinions. This is your time to play, to create, and to explore without limitations. So what passion will you rediscover, or discover for the first time? Because when you fill your days with things that light up your soul, you'll find that living alone is far from lonely. It's vibrant, exciting, and full of possibilities. Segment 4. Emotional Freedom and Self-Healing. Living alone in your golden years is not just a physical state, it's an emotional journey. It's a chance to embrace emotional freedom and embark on the path of self-healing. Throughout our lives, we carry emotional baggage. It might be the lingering pain from a broken relationship, unspoken words, or the weight of sacrifices we made for others. When we live alone, we finally have the space and quiet to confront these emotions, process them, and ultimately let them go. This is emotional freedom, the ability to feel, express, and heal on your own terms. Living alone allows you to sit with your emotions without the fear of judgment or the need to put on a brave face for others. You can cry when you need to, laugh out loud at the smallest joys, and reflect deeply on the moments that have shaped your life. And here's the beauty of it. With solitude comes clarity. When you're no longer navigating the complexities of a shared living space or a demanding relationship, your mind and heart have room to breathe. You start to notice patterns, understand yourself better, and uncover the root of what truly makes you happy or what has been holding you back. Self-healing doesn't happen overnight. It's a process of forgiving yourself for past mistakes, letting go of regrets, and embracing the person you've become. Journaling, meditation, and even simply sitting in silence can be powerful tools in this journey. Another key to emotional freedom is learning to set boundaries, something many of us struggle with. When you live alone, you have the perfect opportunity to practice saying no without guilt. No to toxic relationships, no to obligations that drain you, and yes to the things that nourish your soul. Emotional freedom also means giving yourself permission to dream again. It's never too late to reimagine your life. Maybe you want to travel more, reconnect with old friends, or pursue a spiritual path. Living alone provides the perfect environment to explore these desires without distractions. And let's not forget the importance of gratitude. As you heal emotionally, you start to see your life in a new light. You appreciate the small things, the quiet moments, the routines that ground you, and the strength it took to reach this stage of life. Gratitude becomes a cornerstone of your emotional well-being. So, if you've been carrying emotional wounds or feeling stuck in the past, know that living alone can be your sanctuary for self-healing. It's a time to reclaim your emotional freedom and step into the next chapter of your life with a lighter, more joyful heart. Segment 5. Building meaningful connections. One of the greatest myths about living alone is that it means cutting yourself off from others. But in reality, living alone can help you build more meaningful connections, ones that bring joy, depth, and mutual respect to your life. When you live alone, you have the freedom to choose who you spend your time with. You're no longer obligated to entertain toxic relationships or maintain surface-level friendships out of convenience. Instead, you can focus on building bonds with people who truly enrich your life. These connections don't have to be numerous. They just have to be genuine. Perhaps it's a lifelong friend you've lost touch with, a neighbor who shares your love of gardening, or a local group that aligns with your interests. Living alone gives you the time and energy to nurture these relationships in a way that feels authentic. And here's the thing, living alone actually makes your time with others more special. When you're not sharing a home, every visit, phone call, or outing becomes an intentional act of connection. You're present in those moments, truly listening, laughing, and enjoying each other's company. Meaningful connections can also come from trying new things. Maybe you join a class or volunteer at a local organization. These experiences not only enrich your own life, but also introduce you to people who share your values and passions. And let's not forget the power of intergenerational connections. Sharing your wisdom with younger generations, whether it's teaching your grandchild to cook, mentoring someone in your community, or simply sharing stories, creates a sense of purpose and legacy. But meaningful connections don't always have to be with other people. Living alone gives you the chance to deepen your connection with nature, animals, and even yourself. A walk in the woods, a pet's unconditional love, or a quiet moment of self-reflection can be just as fulfilling as a conversation with a friend. Technology also makes it easier than ever to stay connected. Video calls, social media, and online communities allow you to maintain relationships even from a distance. Just remember to strike a balance. Digital connections are wonderful, but nothing beats a heartfelt, face-to-face conversation. Finally, living alone teaches you that meaningful connections start from within. When you feel content and at peace with yourself, you naturally attract relationships that reflect that positivity. The love and respect you cultivate for yourself become the foundation for every other connection in your life. So don't think of living alone as being alone. Think of it as an opportunity to surround yourself with the people and experiences that truly matter. Because at the end of the day, it's not about the quantity of relationships you have, it's about the quality. So, here's my question to you. What would your life look like if you chose to embrace living alone? If you gave yourself the space to grow, to heal, and to rediscover your passions? Let me know in the comments below. What excites you most about living alone, or what scares you about it? I'd love to hear your thoughts because this community is about sharing wisdom and supporting one another. And if this video resonated with you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Advice for Wise Elders. Your golden years are a time to shine, and we're here to inspire you every step of the way. Until next time, take care of yourself and your beautiful soul.